Good morning, students. I am Vishnu Prasad here, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Department, BITM College, Bellary. Okay, so I'm going to explain the class 2 mode of module 5 about the air compressor. Sorry, class 3. Okay, so in the last class we have studied about the single stage air compressor with clearance and without clearance. And in the second class we have solved some problems based on this with clearance and without clearance. Okay, so by this time you might be familiar that single stage air compressor with clearance and without clearance. So now we are going to study about the multi-stage compressor with perfect intercooling. So what I mean by multi-stage compressor means if the compression takes place in more than one compressor, then it is called as the multi-stage compressor. So you can see look into the diagram first, the line diagram. So initially the atmospheric air is taken into the LP cylinder, which is having a bore dia of D1 and a stroke length of L1. It is first compressed to the above atmospheric pressure, and then it is cooled in the intercooler with the help of either the water cooling or air cooling. Okay, so it is cooled back to its atmospheric temperature, and then it is compressed in the HP cylinder. So in the HP cylinder we have a dimensions bore dia D2 and a stroke length of L2. So this high pressure air then it is delivered to the receiver tank or for various applications. Okay, so if the compression of air takes place in two stages, then it is called as the multi-stage compressor. Okay, so what is the necessity of intercooling means? So in order to reduce the work required to compress the air, we are providing the intercooler. So we know that area under the curve is nothing but work required to compress the air. Okay, so in order to reduce the work required to compress the air, we have to cool that air which is compressed in the LP cylinder back to its initial condition, that is atmospheric conditions, and then it is compressed in the HP cylinder. So that is why we are going to provide an intercooler in between the LP cylinder and the HP cylinder. So how we can reduce the work required to compress the air means that you can see in the PV diagram here. So in the PV diagram, the compression starts from the point 1. So 1 to 4 adiabatic compression takes place. Okay, then 4 to 2 intercooling takes place. That is, we have provided the intercooler between the HP cylinder and the LP cylinder. So 4 to 2 cooling takes place. So at the point 2, the temperature at this point will be equivalent to the temperature at the point 1. That is, T2 will be equivalent to T1. And then once again the compression takes place in the HP cylinder adiabatically from the point 2 to point 3. Okay, so the compression takes place from 1 to 4. 4 to 2 intercooling takes place. Again the compression takes place from 2 to 3 in the HP cylinder. Okay, so the process 1 to 2 is isothermal, and also 2 to 9, which I have shown in the dashed line, is nothing but the isothermal process. So 1 to 4 is adiabatic process, 4 to 2 intercooling, and 2 to 3 again adiabatic compression in the HP cylinder. So which is shown in the hatched line is nothing but we are going to save the amount of work required by the compressor to compress the air. So that's why how to save the work means by cooling that hatched area can be eliminated. This is how we are going to reduce the work required to compress the air. Okay, so that is why we are going for multi-stage air compressor. Why we generally go for multi-stage air compressor means in order to reduce the amount of work required to compress the air when you are going for higher pressure ratios. So at that time we are going to compress the air in two stages by providing an intercooler in between the two stages, so that the amount of work required to compress the air can be reduced. So now we will go for the analysis of multi-stage air compressor. So just like how we have done the analysis for a single stage air compressor, so now we have three cases here. So in the first case, is nothing but single stage air compressor. If you look into the PV diagram, the previous diagram, if you consider the single stage, there is the compression from 1 to 5, 5 to 1 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 1. It is nothing but the single stage air compressor without considering any intercooler. Okay, so the work required to compress the single stage air compressor is given by W is equal to N by N minus 1 P1 V1 in the bracket it is P5 by P1 because the compression is taking place from 1 to 5. So the delivery pressure is 5 and the suction pressure is 1. So the pressure ratio here is P5 by P1 to the power of N minus 1 by N minus 1. Let us take this as equation 1. So we know that temperature T5 by T1 is equal to P5 by P1 to the power of N minus 1 by N. So from this we will get T5 is equal to T1 into P5 by P1 to the power of N minus 1 by N. So now let us consider the case 2. That is now in the case 1 we are considered as a single stage. In the case 2, let us consider two stages of compression without clearance and without cooling. So if we take the two-stage air compressor without cooling, once again if you look into the diagram here, the first stage of compression is nothing but 1 to 4, 4 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 1 area under this, and the next stage is nothing but 4 to 5, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7 and 7 to 4. This is the second stage of compression. So by adding these two, we are going to get n by n minus 1 n by n minus 1 P1 V1 in the bracket P4 by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by n plus n by n minus 1 P4 V4 in the bracket P5 by P4 to the power of n minus 1 by n minus 1. That is the area under 14781 is compression in the LP cylinder, and area under 45674 is the work required to compress in the HP cylinder. So even for this, when it is compression taking place in the two stages also, we will get the delivery pressure as 5. So we will get T5 by T1 is equal to P5 by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by n. So from this we will get T5 is equal to T1 into P5 by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by n. Okay, so in the both these cases, that is in case 1 single stage compressor and in the case 2 two stage compressor without cooling. So in the both the cases we are going to get the delivery temperature T5 which is same. So equation 2, let us take this as equation 2. Equation 2 gives the same result as the equation 1 to calculate the temperature T5, that is the delivery temperature of the air. Okay, so the same equation can be used. So now let us consider the case 3, that is a two-stage compression with perfect intercooling. So already I have explained you 1 to 4 compression takes place. Once again I am going to show the PV diagram. 1 to 4 adiabatic compression takes place in the LP cylinder. 4 to 2 cooling takes place, and then 2 to 3 compression takes place in the HP cylinder, and 3 to 6 delivery takes place, and again 6 to 7 and 7 to 8 expansion takes place, 8 to 1 compression takes place, and the same cycle will be repeated. So now let us find out what is the work required to compress the air in two-stage compression with perfect intercooling. So here the area for this two-stage compression with perfect cooling is nothing but area 1 to 4, 4 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 1 plus area 2 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 7 and 7 to 2. Once again I am going to repeat. So work required to compress is nothing but area 1 to 2, 2 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 1 plus area 2 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 7 and 7 to 2. So the hatched area will be eliminated here due to the intercooling purpose. So for this, the work required to compress in the two stages for case 3 is given by n by n minus 1 p1 v1. Since we have taken 1 to 4, so it is p4 by p1 to the power of n minus 1 by n minus 1 plus area under 23672 is given by n by n minus 1. Since we are starting from 2, so it is p2 v2, and here the delivery is p3, so p3 by p2 to the power of n minus 1 by n minus 1. So let us take this as equation 3. Okay, now we have to find out what is the optimum pressure ratio or minimum power required to compress the air. So for they may, in the exam they may ask you either to find the optimum pressure ratio or minimum power required to compress the air of a multi-stage air compressor with perfect cooling. Okay, so as the process, we know that I told you the dashed line 1 to 2 is an isothermal process. So P1 V1 will be equivalent to P2 V2. Okay, so P1 V1 will be equivalent to P2 V2, and P4 is equivalent to P2 from the PV diagram. Hence the equation 3 becomes cyclic integral of W, that is the work required to compress the air, is given by n minus 1 P1 V1 in the bracket P2 by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by n minus 1 plus n by n minus 1 P1 V1 in the bracket P3 by P2 to the power of n minus 1 by n minus 1. Okay, why I have taken P1 V1 for the second case means since it is isothermal process taking place from 1 to 2. So P1 V1 will be equivalent to P2 V2. So instead of writing P2 V2, I have written as P1 V1 from the equation 3. Okay, so where P2, we know that P2 is nothing but the intermediate pressure, so it is written as P suffix I. Okay, so hence let us take that above equation as 4. So from equation 4, it is clear that for a fixed pressure Pi, that is the suction pressure, and the fixed delivery pressure P3, and a fixed volume of air taken in, that is V1, all these are fixed, and the only variable is nothing but the intermediate pressure, that is P2. Hence, to find the minimum work, we have to differentiate the above equation with respect to the pressure P2. So it is given by d by dP2 of cyclic integral of W is equal to 0. That is d by dP2 of, in the above equation 4, okay, it is reduced as d by dP2 in the bracket P2 by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by n plus P3 by P2 to the power of n minus 1 by n is equal to 0. So now by differentiating the above equation, we will get n minus 1 by n P2 to the power of n minus 1 by n minus 1 into 1 by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by n plus P3 to the power of n minus 1 by n minus of n minus 1 by n into P2 minus of into the power of P2 to the power of minus of n minus 1 by n minus 1 is equal to 0. So now further simplifying it, we will get P2 n by n minus 1 by n into P2 to the power of minus 1 by n into 1 by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by n. If you take the second term on the other side, you will get equal to P3 to the power of n minus 1 by n into n minus 1 by n, P2 to the power of minus 2n plus 1 by n. Okay, so if you further simplify it, you will get P2 to the power of minus 1 by n in the denominator, P2 to the power of, in the bracket, minus 2n plus 1 by n is equal to P1 P3 to the power of n minus 1 by n. So on the left hand side, the denominator, if you take into the numerator, you will get P2 to the power of minus 1 by n plus 2 minus 1 by n is equal to P1 P3 to the power of n minus 1 by n. So again it is simplified into P2 square of P2 to the power of 2 into n minus 1 by n is equal to P1 P3 to the power of n minus 1 by n. So on both the sides n minus 1 by n gets cancelled, so you will get P2 square is equal to P1 P3, or P2 is equal to square root of P1 P3. So this P2 is nothing but it is called as the optimum pressure ratio, or it is called intermediate pressure P2. So the above equation can also be written as P2 by P1 is equal to P3 by P2. So let us take this as equation 5. Now if you substitute this equation 5 into the equation 4, that is P3 by P2 is replaced by P2 by P1, we are going to get 2n by n minus 1 P1 V1 in the bracket P2 by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by n minus 1. So take this as equation 6. So in terms of suction and delivery pressure, the above equation is modified as cyclic integral of 2n by n minus 1 P1 V1. So P2 can be replaced into P1 P3. So by replacing that P2 in terms of P1 and P3, you will get 2n by n minus 1 P1 V1, and in the bracket P3 by P1 to the power of n minus 1 by 2n minus 1. So this is nothing but the minimum work required to compress the air in a multi-stage air compressor with perfect cooling. So it is also written as cyclic integral of W equal to 2n by n minus 1 P1 V1, and in the bracket RP to the power of Rp to the power of n minus 1 by n minus 1. So this is nothing but your equation 7. So from this, this is how the minimum work required to compress the air we have found out for multi-stage air compressor with perfect cooling, and also we have found out what is the optimum pressure required, optimum pressure ratio for a minimum power required. So that's about the multi-stage air compressor without clearance. So next we will continue with the for now, if there are more than 2 stages, how to find the pressure ratio, intermediate pressure ratios. Okay.